MRecktv. Let's cut the music. M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat.
You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do is follow the recipe. All I did is follow what I saw the old schools do, and I wanted to do the same thing that they did. I want to be, you know, I like to be remembered like Muhammad Ali, you know, in that same lane, or Malcolm X, or Martin Luther King, or something like that there. You know, somebody that just wasn't out for themselves.
Now you stepped into the boxing world. Obviously, it has to be a passion. What got you into that?
Well, I look back at my life when I was sitting in jail, and I thought about a day that Don King walked up to the table when we was all sitting at the table. It was about 20 of us, all dope boys from LA. You know, we was at I think it was a Sugar Ray, might have been the Sugar Ray Margaret Hagler fight. And Don King walked up to the table and he shook all our hands. And when I was sitting in jail, I said, what would have happened if I would have got up and told Don King that I had $3 million and I didn't care what I did with it? Where would I be at today? I made a couple mistakes like that in my life. You know, one of my friends used to be Clarence Avon's personal bodyguard, and he used to call me and say, man, come meet Clarence, come meet Clarence. And I'd be like, I'm cool. You know, I'm making $1 million every day, some days $3 million, and I'm like, why do I want to go and meet anybody else? You know, why do I want to better myself? I didn't understand at that time that meeting people that could better you was a good thing and not a bad thing. So those are some of the mistakes that I made, and I hope that I don't make those same mistakes.
For longevity is what you mean?
Yeah, longevity is definitely important.
At the weigh-ins.
So now, you know, what's your plan in the sport of boxing? What's your goal?
Well, right now, man, I'm just glad that Steph gave me the opportunity to be around, and hopefully I can add value to what he's already done. I mean, he already, you know, he already on his way, man, and
yeah,
I just want
one of the best young upcoming.
I just want to add value to what he's doing already. You know, he reached out to me and gave me an opportunity, and I just hope that I can fulfill my end of the deal. We already know he's doing his part, so now I got to do my part and add value to what he's already doing.
Has any other boxers, athletes reached out to you since then?
Well, you know, Floyd had reached out to me when I first got home, but it was all trickery and games. He really didn't understand my mind, how I think. He just wanted me to be around so that he could have street cred and not give me an opportunity to be who I am. And I'm a real entrepreneur. You know, I really do this. I started in the cocaine game with $125. I made $3 million a day sometimes. I started in the marijuana business with $500, and now I own a dispensary that could be one of the biggest dispensaries in California. So that just shows you some of my entrepreneurial skills. You see the sweatshirt I'm wearing. This is made by the guy that used to own American Apparel. He used to make $600 million a year. He's a good friend of mine, and he's helping me with my clothing line. So it's something that I do. I find a way to get to the top of the food chain, and I know what it is. That's why I wrote the book. I wrote the book, The Untold Autobiography, the 21 Keys of Success, so that other people would know what I did. You know, I have an incredible story, and I think that it's going to get even more incredible. And like I said, I'm just glad to be here today with Steph, and I just feel honored.
Now, do you have an issue with, you know, do you find it difficult when you see a lot of athletes just want to attach themselves to you for street credibility? Because we see a lot of people that's already successful, but they still want to live the gangster lifestyle. Now, you find it where athletes want to, you know, attach themselves to Rick Ross, you know, and
well,
you know,
they don't really want to attach themselves to me, because I have certain disciplines that I go by. You know, I have principles. They may come around me for a little while, but once they around me, they don't stay around me. You know, because there's certain things that you have to do in order to reach the kind of success that I've reached in my life.
So basically, you're saying real recognize real, and once they
if you ain't real, you're gonna run to the fake.
Right.
I mean, just go look at some of the videos and look at some of the people who walk people in the ring, and you'll see what the real is and what the fake is.
Right. Now you say you're doing a lot giving back to the community. You know, could you just touch on that a little bit?
I go to schools and talk to kids. I go to juvenile halls. I go to jails. You know, I wrote my book for people. You know, when I wrote my book in prison, I wrote it. I had a life sentence without the possibility of parole, and I wrote that book because I felt that young people needed to know what I went through, so that they wouldn't have to go through the same thing that I went through.
So what outlets could the people find you, you know, like they want to do, could they reach out to you if they want to do things with their community, their schools,
absolutely.
Things of that nature?
They can get me on social media at Freeway Rick, on Instagram and Facebook.
Now everybody want to see your fighter, Steve Bull, against, what's his name?
Aaron.
What's his name?
Aaron Keegan.
Yeah, him and
Stephen Fulton.
Well, you gotta talk.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about the boxing part of it.
Good.
I don't know nothing about the boxing part.
Figueroa, yeah.
Right. So,
actually, that was a fight that was supposed to happen a while ago, and it didn't fall through. We reached out for it again, and you know, it didn't fall through. You know, we wish him Brandon Figueroa the best in his career, but you know, we really not worried about that in respect. Right now, we actually got, you know, a good fight ahead of us.
Right.
Once we get past that, you know, we'll be more willing to talk about it. But to touch on the question you asked him earlier, you said what is he giving to the youth? Well, actually, what happened is, which is a blessing, Rick actually gave Stephen a lot of business knowledge. You know, a lot of things that he need. You know, he's an intelligent businessman. You know, regardless of what his past was. You know, but we know what his future is about to be. You know what I mean? We also believe in giving, you know, people second chances. Stephen believes in giving people second chances, and he's a very, very good supporter. So we all feel like, why wouldn't he support him, and why wouldn't he's abusive? But that he is, he's abusive.
You know you can take it.
Yeah,
you know you can take it.
He's abusive, but no, we just appreciate everything he did. You know, asking him, accepting the reach out, which was a blessing. You know, I mean, it was a blessing in disguise because we both, you know, from both sides have a lot to offer to better each other's, you know, future. So with that being said, we greatly appreciate everything he's done. You know, he actually came out here just for the fight, you know, and we appreciate it. You know, I mean, he's a very good guy and he gives us a lot.
We see a lot of fighters today's time. They talk about investing for the longevity. They don't want to be a lot like. There's a lot of legends in the sport of boxing that today's time are struggling. For instance, we got Evander Holyfield on the show, and he's talking about how he lost all his money. So we see a lot of fighters today looking to invest, and we see obviously Rick Ross was successful. So that one of the things, the big things that, you know, attracted you guys to.
Yes, it was. It was more of the business minded, and you know, a lot of people when you reach a certain amount financially, a certain amount of money, and you lose it, you're dealing with your pride now. Right. You start to deal with your pride. Stop, man, he's so bad. You start to deal with your pride, and they say pride comes before fall. Right. So you could be a person, you know, that deal with your pride and will never push forward no more because your pride is holding you back. Right. He's a person that he don't have no pride. He has understanding. He's a businessman. You know, what they say a lot of people call, you know, like I guess from the urban communities, they call support being Joe. You know what I mean? But he called his support, you know what I mean, a business. He called he called his support. You know, he put his pride down to understand how to more so be a businessman and not a person to say, okay, I was this big and I'm not accepting this. He understands how to push forward and go past that mentality to be a better person. And we saw that and we understood it, so we more so willing to ride with him. You know what I mean? We want to make this climb back up together. Right. You know what I mean? So actually, we all starting from the bottom again together. You know what I mean? So it's going to be more of an intelligent story, or more of an interesting story in regards to that.
Now let me ask you, Rick, how would the ordinary person, you know, Steve is a boxer, star boxer, so how would an ordinary person like myself get, you know, to
I walk the streets. I walk the streets every day. I mean, right now I probably have more pictures on the internet with normal people than anybody living. That was one of my goals, is to have more pictures on the internet with normal people, not celebrities, because I don't really care. I don't look at people as celebrities. To me, you're just a man. You put your pants on the same way I do. You got to go to the bathroom just like I do. So you're just a normal man. You might have $100 million, $1 billion. I don't care. You're just a normal person. So everybody to me is the same, and I treat everybody the same. I think everybody is special in some kind of ways. Everybody knows something that I don't know, and that's the way I look at life. So I would never look down on somebody because they don't have a belt, or they got a belt, or they're just a bum on the street. If a bum on the street stopped me, I'm going to stop and talk to him because he might have some game.
And what advice would you give them as far as investments to be successful? Now, I know you wrote the book, but just verbally.
Well, you know, I mean, the number one principle is 10% of everything you earn is yours to keep.
You see? You see? You see?
And then some people would say, okay, well, everything I earn is mine to keep. And then I would say, no, you got to pay your mortgage, you got to pay your car note, you got to buy clothes, you got to feed yourself.
Pay your taxes.
So, pay taxes.
You see, I threw that in there. You can't get away from the taxes. Get away from a lot, but not the taxes.
So you got to figure out how to take some of that out and put up for yourself.
Right. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
There you go.
Some questions just real quick.
Crazy guy, man.
Definitely. Freeway Ricky Ross, man. Salute. We on MRecktv. And I first realized you was in boxing with my man David Flat Sparks. He had posted that you and him was in business and all that.
Yeah. Dave, my man. I talked to Dave yesterday.
That's my man, Flat. You know what I mean? That's what's up. So, what's the passion in terms of, you know, getting involved in boxing? Like, cause it
Young brothers. I love young brothers. And no homo.
I got
Ain't no homo.
Now,
because I love the sisters too.
Yeah, all day. Now, also, you mentioned that Floyd Mayweather was around you for street cred, right? I want to ask.
I mean, that's the way. That's my personal opinion. I mean, he got his own opinion on why, you know, why he picked me up, why he drove me around, and you know, and did what he did. But I asked him to allow me to get in the business.
And what was his answer?
You don't take nobody to the connect.
That's what he said?
Yep.
Wow. That's mind-blowing. So, how did that relationship end? Like, after he said that, you just fell back, or?
Well, we still cool.
Okay.
You know, if we see each other, we get dapped, you know, maybe a hug. You know, we done took a couple pictures together since then, but it wasn't like I thought it was gonna be. You know, in the video, he said, everywhere you see me, you're gonna see him. And just to do that, if he'd have just did that, I'd be on top of the world right now. Because one thing you can't do with me, you can't put me around the game. I'm gonna find the holes, I'm gonna find the cracks.
Yes, sir.
One thing,
you a hustler.
One thing I found, exactly.
Yeah,
one thing I found out about myself, and I don't need nothing. You know, I eat once a day. My favorite meal is rice and beans.
Wow.
So I'm kind of self-sufficient, almost like a machine. I done got a little fat though, because I've been out here hustling in these streets, trying to make some money, and I ain't been able to work out. But I'm pretty self-sufficient, you know, where I can move on very little.
Gotcha.
Even though I usually make a whole lot, I don't use it for myself. You know, most of the money that I made in the drug business was spent on other people, not on myself.
Do you think that he feared that? You know, that he know your hustler mindset?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know what he meant. I just know what he said. You know what I'm saying? And when he said it, I took it to heart. You know, I thought that everywhere he went, I would be there. Otherwise, I wouldn't have never got on camera with him. You know, because I didn't care. Because you know, you might be the greatest fighter ever. I don't care. If we're not doing business, I don't want to be around.
Gotcha. So basically, that was a clout move.
I don't know. You got to ask him.
Gotcha.
You know, you can tell him I said it.
Nah, it's all good.
And ask him what was it? You know, why would you say that you was gonna do something and you didn't do it? Because if I say something and if I don't do it, I'm gonna pick up my phone, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna say, hey, what I said, I can't do it.
Gotcha. That's being a man. That's what you call being a man.
That's it.
You know? Now, the rap game has embraced the whole persona of Freeway Ricky Ross. Like, say for instance, Freeway from Philly. That's a good
We
home.
were just together the other day.
Oh, word? What's the relationship like with Freeway?
Oh, I did a few bars on his new album.
Oh, word? You spit some bars?
Yeah, I spit a few bars on his new album.
Salute.
And he didn't write them for me either.
How long took you to write the bars?
I just did off the top of the dome. He played the track for me, and he's like, OG, I want you on this track. And it just came out. Got you.
Now, let me ask you about, you know, if you don't mind me bringing up the other Rick Ross, because he used your name, and I just want to make, you know, analogy real quick. I'm pretty sure Freeway embraced you with, like, just paying homage opposed to, you know, other people that might have used your persona for their benefit.
Right.
So what was that like? You meeting Freeway and I guess him.
Well, Freeway had wrote me. He had wrote me when I was in jail.
Okay, dope.
And told me that he looked up to me, and that's why he took my moniker as his. And if it was anything that he could do for me, let him know.
See, that's G'd up.
The other one, I reached out to him. He gave me a fake phone number. So that's the difference.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
So it ain't like I need nothing, because I'm gonna have more money than Sin. I'm finna be the biggest man in marijuana on the planet. There will be nobody in marijuana bigger than me. Nobody. And I said this first on your channel.
You already fucked up the coke game, so that marijuana game.
The marijuana is fucked up, but they don't know it yet.
You got that. You got that all figured out already.
It's already figured out. I don't even have to do nothing else. I already put people in place. I could be at the boxing gym, and that's being taken care of.
So you applying that same hustle mentality to
everything I do.
Gotcha. To the boxing.
I want to try it in boxing. I want to try it with Stig. That's why I'm so excited about Steph. Let me work with him, so we can see how it works.
Got you. Being that you come from that hustler spirit and you did it, what's some of your favorite like movies like that's along that same premise?
Superfly. Superfly the one turned me out.
Superfly?
Yeah, not the new one, the old one.
Yeah, of course.
The old one. The old Superfly.
You wasn't feeling the new one?
Nah.
Okay.
No, I didn't feel it.
Superfly, that's one of my favorite movies.
Mine too.
You know what I'm saying?
And then, you know, Scarface. You know, I see a guy come over here from Cuba with just shoes on, and he wound up owning the world.
So that was inspiring to you?
Absolutely.
So during that time when Scarface came out, where was you at in your life? You was already doing your numbers, moving?
No, I was small. I was just getting started. I probably was doing about a half a pound or something like that at that time.
But that was inspiration in a sense.
Oh yeah. So I knew then if I could get up to a half a pound that I could get to 100 keys.
Got you. Salute, man.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
What up, y'all? It's your man, Freeway Ricky Ross.
Let's cut him music. M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub. That new M.Reck Catch a Lick single, aka Money Dance, that's killing the airwaves on Shade 405 and many different other stations in Connecticut, Boston, so forth and so on. You can get it now. The links is in the video description. It's available on Google Play, Deezer, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc., etc. Go get that. One. Slug you, the streets don't love you. Not at all. By now, homie, you shoulda knew that. Ain't no Nino Browns in this town. You a new jack. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact mrecktvpromo, mrecktvpromo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. M.Reck TV. It's gotta